Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm here with my Hero Arts kit. I just did an unboxing video and played with it over the last couple of days, so I wanted to show you some of the things that I came up with this kit. So I did several cards, and I will show them to you in the my least favorite to my favorite. I loved this one, except I tried to do a little playing with the ink, and it didn't work out as well as I had hoped. So it still has kind of a fun texture look to it, and so I kind of like it, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. Then we have this one. This one was kind of fun because I had mushed some of my ink into my craft mat and then spritzed it with water and had gotten this funky background, but I didn't really like it in total, but I thought it was perfect for the little spots on my giraffe here. So I made this card with that as under the die cut giraffe to make my giraffe have his little spots on him. Then I have this one here. It's kind of simple. This is the rest of that smooshed up paper with the ink and a little bit of water spritzed on it. The ink you get with the cubes is not distress ink, so it does not react with water, but you can still have fun and play with it a little if you want something that looks a little grungy and different. So then I went with some attempts at blending. I haven't done a lot of blending, so you can see it's a little rough, but I did try to get some of the birds from the kit in here, and I mixed some of the sentiments from the kit and from the add-on here for the tiger add-on. So the Be Strong is from the regular kit, and the You Are and the Beautiful are from the tiger add-on. So there is that card. Then I have my Hakuna Matata. I liked this one pretty well. I was a little disappointed because the Hero Arts kit, the die cuts that come with it, leave quite a white edging around the print or the stamp, and so this one I cut by hand trying to mimic that, but it was kind of frustrating because I would have liked to have it a little closer cut and not quite as bright white standing out. I maybe should have stamped the entire, colored the entire thing green and then cut it out and ignored the stamp completely, or used the stamp as a deepening of that green color behind it. So there's some ideas for the future, but it looks nice and it worked out, and my husband likes this card. So then there's this one. I went ahead and set up a group of my giraffes on a acrylic block because I do not have a MISTI-like tool, and I repeatedly stamped that, and then it was really, really bright white with this Just Rust color that they have given us. So I took the moss, and I remembered the names this time of the inks they gave us. So I took the moss and blended it around, and that kind of darkened the giraffes a little bit, but I really liked how it looked. So then I made my little banners here with the blended moss and the blended Just Rust, and used the It's Been Too Long sentiment. Then I decided, of course, since I absolutely love tigers, I had to do an entirely tiger themed. I was trying to stick mostly with the kit so that you could get some ideas of if you just had the kit, but I really, really love the tigers, so I came up with this card. I used the tissue paper that they actually wrapped the kit in, and used the grass cutout. I folded it a whole bunch of times and then used the grass die cut, and then afterward I stamped the grass onto the tissue paper, and then I had blended some inks on my little mat and then used that to stamp my background, so you can see it's a little distressed, grungy back there. And then I used some of the ribbon I said I wanted to use, And the only real things I used for my stash were black ink, because it didn't come in the kit, and this little gem that it just needed something in the bow, and I really, really liked that. So this is my add-on card, if you will, because I just had to have my tiger. Then there was this one, and this one I think is really fun. I just took the different inks, the mulled wine, just rust, and the moss, and put them on my blending tool and just mushed them down and spun the blending tool a little bit to get these little circles all over and sort of random. And then I took the little jumping antelope from the kit and the jumping for joy sentiment, and I really, really like this one. And then we have my husband's favorite card. This one,
Mommy.
Hi baby. This one I did a blended background and then did the die cut for the fancy die that comes with the kit out of just regular white. I think I did it upside down because the clouds are a little funky, but you know, whatever, I still like it. Then I took the grass stamp in black and then black die cuts of the lions there and chose the Wild About You, and then kind of sponged the border of that to make it stand out and pop off the card a little bit. But that's my husband's favorite card. And then is my favorite card. This one, I thought it was really simple, but really sweet. I just took that same blending tool, circle, smoosh, and then took black paper die cuts of the various animals. This is actually the ribbon they used to tie the kit. I said I was going to use it, and here it is. And then I just took a circle punch and did a little bit of heat embossing with the Wild About You. I'm not real comfortable with heat embossing because I haven't done a lot of it, but I thought since they gave us embossing powder, I would try to at least do some embossing. So it actually turned out really nice, and I like it, and that's my favorite card. Now, I also wanted to show, I did some playing with my product, if you will, and I did come up with some backgrounds that I really liked. I just didn't know how to use them right off the top of my head and play with. So I have some background cards here that I like them, but I'm not sure how to use them yet. So this was, I took the ink cube and smooshed it across the page in the 3 different colors, and I tried to keep it really, really light so it wouldn't be terribly dark and have lots and lots of streaks. And then I kind of spritzed it a little bit right as I was doing the wiping across, like wiped and then spritzed, and it kind of beat it a little bit. And I liked it, but I have no idea how to use it yet. I'll still think on that and let you know what I decide to do with it. And this one, I did the same thing. I just took the Just Rust ink cube and smooshed it. I went out from the middle of the page because I didn't want it really heavy on one side and really light on another. So it kind of has that light edging on the edges without too much darkness in the middle. But it did have some kind of bright white areas, so I took the mulled wine and really lightly blended with a blending tool over top of the swiping technique. And I really liked that, but it's more of a background that I like but don't know what to do with yet. So I'll let you know what I decide to do with that as well. And this one, it was really, really interesting. I had smushed some of the ink on the craft mat for that first card, trying to get an interesting ink technique, and it was not working out. And so I was testing the ink with water to see how it would react and everything else, and it actually ended up really, really wet. And instead of wiping up all that ink with a rag or something, I just threw down a piece of cardstock to try and soak it up. And it actually did soak it up really well and gave this interesting look. And I was like, yes, I'm keeping that. No idea what I'm going to do with it, but yes, I'm keeping that. So this will go into I'll do something later, but I'm not sure what. So those are my cards and some of the fun things that I did with my ink from this kit. I did try to keep mostly to the kit, like I said, and so I hope I've given you some inspiration or excitement and maybe, get you out there and crafting. So thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!
Bye.